Hi everyone, it's Vickie Kello, your independent Stampin' Up demonstrator from Brisbane. Happy Monday. It's a long weekend for some, not for those of us in Queensland. Not anymore. I've just had a Facebook memory come up where I was at the craft show. 13 years ago, when we used to have a public holiday. How fun is that? Hi, Lisa. Hi, Megan. I posted class kits except for yours, Megan, on Saturday. Yours will go. I was going to go today, but I didn't take Hunter to school, so yours will go tomorrow. Because Hunter is not well. But all other class kits went out. Which was nice. Alright, that's rubbish, rubbish, rubbish. I think I need to empty my rubbish bin. It's getting a bit full. Did everyone have a nice weekend? I don't know whether we'll get too many people because they'll probably forget that it's not a public holiday here in Queensland. And they're probably all enjoying the public holiday. So tonight we're going to play with Impressions Abloom, which is a suite, which means you could purchase some items from the suite and get them 50% off. Because in June it is buy one suite, get one 50% off. So, and it doesn't have to be the whole suite, it could be portions of the suite. So this is a suite. I can't actually remember what else comes in it. It's an online suite. I'm sure there's ribbon or something. Hi, Janice. But last time I used this, I used the paper. We are using a little bit of the paper tonight, but we're using the stamps and the dies because the dies are fabulous. I have OSR on Sunday as well. Busy craft weekend. What is OSR? Do I know what that is? Crafting weekend for me. Hi, Glenda. I need to clean my mat. I've got glue on it. It keeps sticking on things. Hi, Kerry. There's lots of glue on it. There's lots of stuff on it. But anyway, so we're going to use that. It's 8:01 and we've got 7 people watching. So let's get started. Yes, so online stamping retreat. Oh, nice. With the suite sale, yes, it doesn't have to be the whole suite. It can just be portions of the suite. So you can buy the stamp set and get, well, you could buy the dies and get the stamp set for 50% off, which would be cheaper than buying the bundle if you just wanted the bundle. Obviously, the 50% off item is the lesser of the value. And I got no nails for those commenting. Yes. I went with the chrome look again, but I love them. So we are going to start with simple stamping. I don't do simple stamping very often, but we will go. Thanks for sharing, Kerry. So we probably need this and this. And because it is a new month. I need to update this, my little tracker for my sales. I should have checked that before I came on. Because May has finished. Can I check that while I'm here? Yes, so let's log in and see where I'm at. Why is that not working? It doesn't remember who I am. That's going to take forever. We won't do that. I'll have to remember to do that next week. That's very frustrating. And now I've lost my Facebook Live on here. It's going to a different thing. Come on, just bring me up. This is what happens when I try and do too many things at once. All right, so simple stamping. Let's get some blocks. Oh, where's the other block? This block, this block. Julie will be so proud of me with all my blocks. Okay, and so I have gone out of this paper pack. I have chosen colours that coordinate with this paper pack. Everything except Pool Party, I think, and Pool Party. And I didn't do Garden Green because I didn't need 2 greens. And I didn't do Pecan Pie. Oh, I didn't do Pretty in Pink either. Anyway, I could do Pretty in Pink. Yeah, I might do that. Pretty in Pink. But this one doesn't matter because we're not using any DSP. We're doing simple stamping. So, let's do how this works with this is a 2-step stamping. And I used to detest 2-step stamping until we got to clear stamps. Clear photopolymer stamps. So the shadow image is what you do as your lighter image, and the detailed image is the darker colour over the top. So you stamp your lighter image first. Now I'm going to stamp this in Pretty in Pink then. So if you are using the same colour, which you can, you don't need 2 different colours for the one stamp. If you are using the same colour, then you need to do 2nd generation stamping. I am not doing that for this particular flower that I'm stamping right this minute. I haven't even got my cleaner out. So I cannot believe it is like the 10th of June already. Absolutely ridiculous. Do I want that way? I think I want that way. Okay. Then we want this one. And this one is going to be in purple. So this one, I'm going to then get Highland Heather, I think, and go over the top in that. So because I'm not using any DSP, doesn't matter, Highland Heather is not in the DSP pack. But they're the joys when you don't use DSP. You can use whatever colours you want. I know, it is freezing and it's supposed to get colder tomorrow. Absolutely freezing. I worked from home today, thankfully, because I worked in track pants, bed socks, long sleeve shirt, jumper, and I had my hoodie on my lap. So I did not enjoy that at all. Okay, close these ink pads, Vickie. You're going to get ink everywhere. So what we're going to do, let's add this peach pie. We're using lots and lots of ink pads here, but that's because I'm not stamping, second generation stamping. If you were second generation stamping, you don't need to use so many ink pads. So that's peach pie. Now, before I get too carried away, what sentiment do I want in here? I appreciate you, thanks. Let's just do a simple thanks. Did I goober that? I did. Gem's going to have to go on that. I've been sleeping in flannels, bed sock, flannel sheets, 2 doonas, plus I have my per baby hot water bottle. Oh, I don't do flannel. It gets too hot for me. But so I either am in fleecy or cotton. I don't like the feel of flannel. Let's do thanks in Old Olive. And we'll just do thanks up here. And we'll have to bring that back when we put the leaves on. So has anyone else got this stamp set or this bundle? I do like all the flowers. It is a bit of work, but it's okay. I'm just gonna, I'll do the leaves last. So we need to do the overlays. So let's do one at a time. This one, and kind of want to line it up a bit before you put the ink on. So it was Pretty in Pink, and I'm going over with Strawberry Slush. And my head's going to be in the camera, but that's okay. Oh, nice, Christina. Okay, so then it has been popular do this one, and we're going to have Highland Heather this time. And that's there. No from you, Megan. Oh, I like that. Oh, I lined that one up perfectly. Not so much. Doesn't really matter if you don't do it perfect, but that one looks amazing that it is perfect. But it doesn't look too terrible when you don't do it. I like that. I like stamp sets that give you a bit of leeway in them. All right, so then we're going to go this littler flower with Timid Tiger. So it's Peach Pie underneath, Timid Tiger. Now, that looks right. Oh, missed that. So that looks good. I don't usually have this many ink pads out. Oh. So then we've got the centers for the flowers. And they're the same deal. So I've just got Darling Duckling out. But I'm going to do two-step stamping because I don't have two yellows out. So with the shadow image, you want to offset that, like second generation, stamp that off. There. And then with the detailed image, come in with full strength stamping and you get that dimension there. And then we'll do the other ones because there's two sizes for the inserts. So then we'll do the same thing with the smaller insert. Whoops. Okay, so stamp off, stamp, stamp off, stamp. And then with this one, we could just go in. Oh, I missed one. There we go. Close that up. And then we need to do similar with the leaves because I've only got one green here too. I haven't got two greens. So stamp off, stamp off. Okay, and then this would make really cool DSP. So you could make your own DSP in whatever colours you want. All right. Now, that can go on there. Clean this ink pad up. Hi, Jean. How are you? Now that looks lovely. And that just gets put on here. stamps, ink and paper. Now we're going to have to get a gem when I finish all the other cards and cover up that goober, because otherwise that's very pretty, isn't it? I like that. So that's our first card. I have got some sketches here of what I am trying to do with the second card. Right. So the second card, don't know whether everyone's going to like this colour combo, but I have got the Old Olive paper. The back of it is this, with Strawberry Slush and Old Olive cardstock. Because when this was just on that, it got a bit lost. And I wanted some colour. I didn't want just white on there. So, and because I'm using cardstock that was already cut rather than cutting new piece, which is why I've got different size borders. But I think that works all right today too. Because usually I only have an 1/8 of an inch border, not a 1/4 of an inch. But so has anyone put in orders and stuff like that for taking advantage of this 50% off sale? I'm still sitting on it. I haven't done anything yet because I've also got a lot of the sweets already, but it's sweet products too. So it doesn't have to be the whole sweet section. It just could be like the papers. It could be just the bundle. All right, so we're going to bring back in this and this and do some stamping again. And we can use whatever colours we want because it's only Strawberry Slush and that is in the thing. So I really liked that purple, the Fresh Freesia. And that, so I'm going to stamp some more in that. Oh, I think I spent enough last month. I know, there's quite a few people that I think are in the same boat. Okay, there's that. Then this one. I still haven't used my new ink colours yet either. You need to have a craft day, Megan. That fell off my stamp. And then we'll get this little one. Look, last time I was using all the same block. This time I'm using different blocks. That only just fits on there. I think I might do another one of the purple. That's probably it. Okay, now I need to clean all them off and get the other ones, the detailed stamps. Close these ink pads. So we have this one, this one, and this one. I think sometimes these don't look like, they look a little bit funny, but once you then put the centers in and everything, it certainly makes a difference. Oh, that's not what I want, that colour for that one, you silly duffer. Not that colour, this colour. Now that, later, can you please send me the video from our last class? Sure. There's that one. Then this one. This one's a bit harder to line up. This, the bigger one's a bit easier. That. Nope, that's not right. Oh. That's not right there. I should have done this before I had ink on it. Do what I say, don't do what I do. There we go, I think that's it. Oh, screwed that up. And that one. I can't line it up. That one I lined up. Oh, that one totally stuffed it. Anyways. Not as bad as last week's video when I was doing the flowers. That was a bit of a mess. So I think this one I might do Darling Duckling and then maybe Peach Pie for the insert. So I've got a big mess on my desk here. Darling Duckling. And then we'll do Peach Pie for the insert. Well, I like that. So it's just a matter of playing around with colour combos and things like that. But you want to make sure that the colour combos that you use aren't going to make brown. So if you are like yellow and orange together, like that doesn't look too bad. You don't want to do like blue and purple because you'll end up with a big muddy mess or something. Now, this one, center. Now we can close those ink pads. And this time I might just do the outline of the leaf, not the background, because I don't want it to be too overpowering. My old olive seems to be really dark. But anyway. Okay. So I think that's because I got a new old oliving pad when they're having the sale, because I used to have the old material one. That's why I think it's really dark, because it's new. Okay, so we have got that and that. I need to stamp a sentiment on this. And what sentiment is this? Thanks. Maybe I appreciate you. That's not going to fit on there. Let's do that. And I'm going to stamp it in Strawberry Slush. Am I missing comments tonight, or is just no one wanting to talk? No, I don't seem to be. Doesn't seem to be too many comments. That's fine. No one's talking tonight. I appreciate you. We can put that over there. That over there. So then this goes on that. Hi, Marnie. Too cold just watching. Haha, that's funny. It is a bit cold. So, Marnie, I have posted class kits on the weekend if you are interested. The details did go up on my Facebook page for the class that you said you were busy marking assessments. Funny, my Hunter's teacher sent an email out. He didn't go to school today because he was sick, but his teacher sent an email out going, oh, we understand the kids are getting really tired for week 8 and 9 that we've decided no more homework. I'm like, oh, Hunter was jumping for joy. So it is getting to the end of the term. Now, I think we're going to do that. I think I want that a bit thinner. I'll watch but not comment much. That's okay. Everyone else seems to be rugging up in the cold and not commenting too much either. More likely, yeah, they have too much work to mark it all. We just do home reading. Well, that's all that they've said for the next 2 weeks is still continue the home reading, but nothing else. Hunter is cheering. Hi, Renee. Isn't mandatory either. Haven't they just returned from holidays? That's what it feels like, Megan. The more you pay, the less they go. Now, what ribbon goes with this suite? Can somebody tell me? Because it's an online suite. Is there ribbon? But what I was going to do. So I will show you how to die cut some of these in a minute. But here's some I prepared earlier because I didn't want to be die cutting all night. But 2 weeks and they're on holidays again. Yes, and for 3 weeks. I don't know whether we want that big one. What's the name of the suite? This is Impressions Abloom. I like this card. I'm struggling with this card. I like it in my head. Hi, Alice. I'm liking it in my head, but when it's coming to fruition here, good Lord. I'm struggling a little bit. Was it with the white ribbon? White ribbon would look amazing, but I am trying to use what comes with the suite. And given that, I should have probably looked that up myself before doing this. But I didn't. I'm liking that a lot. So let's do that. But I'd like some ribbon behind there when I find out what ribbon comes with this suite. No ribbon, so I can use whatever ribbon I like. That sometimes is harder. What have I got up here? This is white ribbon. What is that from? There's not much of that left. It might not even be current still. But it's white ribbon. Thanks, Megan. Embossing folder and strawberry and pink gems. Oh, they're the gems. How do I want this? How do I want this? That's got to go in the bin. There's 2/5 of nothing left. And the roll's finished. Let's put that under there. Okay. Now I've got to do that all again. Have you got the new old olive ribbon? No. I do not have old olive ribbon. With gold through it. What? What am I missing? It looks basic beige to me. This is white. How do I not have old olive ribbon? Oh, I might have to, on the pre-order. Oh, I haven't got anything from the pre-order yet. That's why I'm like, I haven't seen it. No ribbon. It was the gold edge stickers. Oh. Well, I haven't used them. I'm using everything else in the suite, but not the gold edge things. I can't really use them on the next card. Where's my weeding tool to get rid of these? There's new June online exclusives, Megan. Where have you been? I know where you've been. They only came out the other day. That might be too much. That's exactly where that's going to go. Pop that there. Where are I put them over here? I haven't got anything from pre-order yet either. I've been busy. Busy. Now, is that going to fit? That's probably going to need like two things over this side. We double layer dimensionals. So that we get it up high enough. And then this one's only going to need 1, 2. I have to look after this. Yes. Oh, I like that. You are usually all over it. Oh, Megan's got a lot going on. She's been busy. All right, now glue dots for these. Well, that's not sticking down there properly because that ribbon. We'll have to fix that in a minute. And I think we need a thingy over here. Give me a mini dimensional. Oh. With the mini ones, I need to stick. Where's my take my pick tool? I had that before. Stick that under there. There we go. Now it's stuck. Oh, I like that. We'll get some gems on that. So then this next card is, so this is simple stamping. Then this is like a bit stepped up. And then we're going to go all out and use everything in the suite besides the embossing folder. I haven't used the embossing folder. So part of this, I've got 20 minutes. Good thing I've die cut some of these. We're going to probably go over the hour tonight, ladies. And if there's any gents, I haven't seen Matthew for ages. Matthew used to comment all the time, but I haven't seen him for ages. So we have got these oval shaped die cuts. Now, when you cut out this, it cuts out, so I've got some I prepared earlier, but we're going to cut them out anyway because these are leftovers and not in the colours we're using. So when you cut this one with the stitching on it, it cuts out like this. Okay, it's just the border, but it leaves you the insert as well. So we'll get that. And then this one just does the oval. Now this is slightly bigger than the oval that comes out of here. So you'll end up with two different oval sizes. So we're going to cut them out first because I need one. I need the oval in the middle. And I need this out of the purple. So we're going to get the die cutting machine. And we'll have to move that. Now, that is a lot of ovals, yes. So, because this is going to be my card front piece, I don't like, when you cut out the oval, you get all the marks on it from your plates if you don't have brand new plates. I don't want that because this is going to be a nice card. So what I'm going to do is have a bit of scratch paper, and because this has got ink on it, obviously you want that on the upside, so it's not going to go. So you put, I don't know whether you can see. So what I'm doing is I'm putting, this is the piece that I want to cut. This is my die cut piece. And then this is going over the top. And then my cutting blade is going over the, this is going over that. Okay, I just need to make sure this is centered so that then you don't end up, so I do this all the time with foil cardstock. But I also do it when the piece is going to be on my card and I'm not covering too much over it. So that you still have a nice smooth card front and not all your lines. So it cuts out, this is all nice. You got this oval, I don't need that for anything, right? So that's that bit over there. Now we need, I want a purple frame bit. So then this, no, that's not the right one. Where did I put that? Over here. So this one with the stitching, we stick with fresh freesia. And so it cuts out. So you get this oval, but this oval is smaller than this oval. Just slightly. So that looks nice together. And then you get this piece in here, which you need your, take your pick tool to get, pop it out. And don't be doing this when it rains. Ask me how I know, because when I was cutting stuff for my class, I ripped so many of these because the cardstock splits or it's damp. So you don't want to be doing this when it's raining because it's such a fine piece anyway. Okay. So pull that out. We want that. Did I tell you I got the Hugs and Healing stamp set? Oh, that's nice. No, I think last time we spoke you were getting it. So then we also, so I'll tell you how to cut out some of these flowers as well. So you can cut out, that doesn't match with that. So this is the outside piece and this is the embossing piece. You can cut these out together. They will line up together. So, and I just make sure so that lines up there. And then this piece lines up as well. So line that up. So you can cut them out together. And then the smaller flower. And so so you can do that. But if you've got the big shot like I do, I don't know whether you can see what I'm doing here. If I just move the camera just there for the time being. So I've got that there. I've also doing the flower stem inserts. So I've got the big one and the little one. If you're cutting the 3 flowers, you are going to need 2 little ones and 1 big one. Plus then the leaves. So you just do all this then, and you can do it all at once then, as long as you've got your different colours there. Because you already have to do this a few times to get what you want. Ugh. So you want to make sure that you're efficient, otherwise you'll have a dead arm by the time you're finished. So there's that. And then that cuts out the flower, but it also does the embossing on there as well. And then same with that one and that one. So you can cut all 3 of them at once. And then the leaves, same thing. And then same with the centers. Now, this would have to be the smallest die I've ever seen from Stampin' Up, and I've nearly lost it twice. So just be really careful with it because it's so tiny. Okay, but what I didn't know until I watched somebody else, so I've done heaps of these for everything else that I've done, but if you get a white piece here, and let's just do some stamping. Let's just, oops, oh, I've just stamped on my desk over here because I didn't clean this stamp set. So if we just get this, where's my magnetic bowl? Yes, where did I put that? I have stored that somewhere safe, because it was so heavy that you made me bring home from convention. Yes, Janice, yes. You're all telling me, where is it? I do have it. Megan bought me a lovely gift of a magnetic tray, And I don't know where I've put, I'll have to look for that now. Megan? You're all saying that. It was such a great gift that everyone wants it. I think it might still be in my tote bag from thing, which is sitting here at my foot. So this is not part of the stamp, the card that I'm making, and I've done this backwards, but I don't plan on using this. And then the center. It was a great gift, Megan. I think it's still in my tote bag, which I haven't fully unpacked yet. Because I tried to get after the event, but they're sold out. Because everyone saw that I had it and they had to have it. That's how popular it was. It was. I'm glad I'm not the only one having to... No, well, I kept everything in the tote. I did my video on all my swaps and stuff, and they're still all sitting in my tote bag. I unpacked all the chocolate and I've eaten all the chocolate. Does that count? And I got a coffee mug. One of those are in my cupboard, so I've done that. So when you have this, what you can do, which I didn't know until I was watching somebody else earlier, is line this up, then have this, I think that still goes like that, doesn't it? Yeah. Nope. There. Line that up. And then you can put the insert in so that then when you, let me get this right now with that. That, and now if I put that through this, so let's put that over there somewhere. And then on this, on your stamped image, it gives you the die cut, like the embossed pieces and stuff like that. That's cool. So I didn't realize that until I was watching somebody today. So we'll just put all them over there. Now, you just put these center bits together. So you need one big one and two small ones. And I just use seal, which is why I've got glue all over my mat. You could use a glue dot. One of them I did use wet glue, but the wet glue comes through the holes. So just be mindful if you're using wet glue, it comes through the holes. And we all know how much of a fan of wet glue I am. In saying that, we're going to have to use it. Okay, so done that, done that. Now I've got, this is my cover piece to go here. I've got some DSP, which I've cut. I just wanted this purple, this fresh freesia to go behind that. So we're going to stick that on. I don't know how much, yes. So if I stick that up the top and the base. there, that covers that. Now, this goes around the outside of that and finishes that nicely. Now, we are going to have to use some wet glue here, but I've got my silicone mat, which I used. So the ladies doing the class, this is how I used the thing, was the silicone mat. And I have, thanks to me again, this little door bar. Whoa! That's not supposed to come out. It's just supposed to. Be a little bit of glue on here. That looks like it's gonna. But put a little bit of glue there. But this will do, just, you don't want too much. And then, oh, put them away. Get your tweezers and stick that, get rid of that because that's got glue everywhere now. On here. And it just needs a couple of seconds to tack down, which is why we're doing it now. Oh, come on. And now I'm looking at that, that's crooked, but anyway. I don't think it looks quite so crooked this way. So stick that there because then that makes it look nice. And then this goes on your card front. And then, there's more glue there, we add flowers. So I've got pink ones, got quite a few different sizes, and just go berserk really. And then you can add your leaves in. So I've got enough there. And then I was having this for the sentiment. So what sentiment? I think I might do I appreciate you because it's a lot for a little thank you card. And we're going to do it in strawberry slush. Oh, and I could fit it on here, I think, because this is the other one that I cut. And leave that for some more die cutting. So we'll just leave that dry for a second. Now, these are going to have to be popped up. Oh, it's getting close. I am definitely going to go over the hour. But I'm nearly finished. I haven't done the gems yet, though, on any of the cards. So I have to go back and do the gems. Yes, the font is lovely. Okay. You want to make sure that you kind of staying in the card. You don't want to go over the card because otherwise then when you stick it on the envelope, your flowers are going to get squished. There's that. And then we need the leaves in there. I just do leaves on glue dots. And here I was worried I wasn't going to have enough leaves or flowers. Oh. I went a bit overkill. It's a bit easy when you can cut out the 3 flowers all at once. It doesn't seem to take quite so long then to do cards like this. Do you have the stamp set where the flower looks like an umbrella? Is that the one I used last week? Is that this? I think that's this. We need another leaf up here. Nope. Okay. No, then no, I don't have that. Okay, so we need to trim this down because that's too much. Too big. And I think then cone flower. I don't have that, I don't think. I think that's the one Kerry has. So stick that there like that. And let's get these gems and finish these off. And then after this video, I'm going to have to go look for that metal bin that, especially when you're doing lots of die cutting like I've just done, that Megan gifted me. There we go. These are the gems for this suite. So we put them on all of these cards. Where's Marie tonight, ladies? We need to get a one over here and cover this goober right there. Like them. This one. We might go, we'll go the white on here. The white with the gold flecks. Oh, I like that. Because they look green underneath that. And then here, I think we might go the strawberry slush ones again. Where did you get that folder that you had your gems in? I had got that from Shein. I shared it on my page a few weeks ago. Alice, there is a new one in the book. I don't have it, but I want it next month. I spent too much last month. Yes. Yeah, so I got it from Shein. If you scroll back in my posts, I'll see whether I can find the link again and I'll send it, Alice. But it was all from Shein. It's the best thing ever. Okay, there's the 3 cards tonight, ladies, using the Impressions Abloom suite, which is on sale because you buy one, get one 50% off. And it could just be parts of the suite. It doesn't have to be all of the suite. So even if you just want the bundle, things like that, you don't have to purchase the whole suite. But it's a good time to buy some things. So, I've left that. When I moved that for the die cutting, I left it. That's a bit silly, isn't it? But anyway, you saw what I was doing. It was just an odd angle. Lucky I'm wearing pants. So, thank you everyone for joining me. Hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.